I agree
Hold
with
on,
you.
I'm trying to reconnect to.
But no, I appreciate the idea of calling these guys time fucks for some reason.
That's their nickname now.
Hello.
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 Somebody may check and make sure we can be heard on the stream.
Oh, the stream's down.
I just did a new one.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's working, but
yeah, it's up. The stream
Okay.
is up now.
Good lord, was not sure what happened there, but apparently we're back. So,
Keep everyone on their toes. Welcome back, everyone who's rejoining. Don't forget to like the video, if it is a new one.
yeah, it is technically a new video, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
You get the rare chance to like one session twice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened to my internet, but it decided that it was just done for like a couple minutes there, and then I guess we're back. So
It decided to stop existing.
very violently and suddenly, I was sitting there.
It was the bird's fault.
What was the last thing that I actually said that you guys heard?
Something about the doctor being one of the few survivors.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's exactly.
We'll go ahead, jump right back into it. Basically, the gist of what the doctor said was like he was the last survivor, one of the last survivors he knew of, because the timekeepers kind of very violently end most things. And he says that the reason that they're called that is because whenever they find the corpses, they look like they're 1,000 years old.
Oh. Do they actually like age you? Do you die?
He says that to his knowledge that is how it works, but he doesn't have much experience besides, finding corpses, because he doesn't want to get up close and personal with any of them.
Do you have any experience with wibbly wobbly time shenanigans?
Did you really need to squeeze that one in there?
I'm sorry, you just look like someone I know.
Anyways. Do you guys have any further questions for me?
How long have you been here?
He goes to answer the question, pauses, opens his mouth like he's gonna speak, and then says, I don't actually remember.
Oh, that bodes well.
Do you happen to hail from Ponyville?
He nods and says, at one point I did, when there was still a Ponyville.
Suppose it's in the mist now.
He shudders and nods.
This is incredible. I don't know. I don't know if I should say this or not. Basically, there's a good chance you've been in here for 100 years.
He arches an eyebrow before saying, yes, that's very amusing.
I'm serious. Don't ask how I know, just take my word for it.
If you want, I can explain it to you, but that doesn't necessarily make anything better. Some things are better to not know.
I guess I should probably ask a more useful question. What do you know about this place? Are there any others in here? You said you're the only survivor, but like, are there no others left?
He shrugs and says, I haven't seen any in a few months, but that doesn't mean they're not out there.
Well, if they are, we should try to find them.
He looks at you before saying, if you really think that you can contend with those things, then feel free.
Well, I mean, I don't hear the ticking anymore. So, we just take shelter when we hear the ticking, and we should be okay. Right?
He shrugs and says, if you want to risk it.
Well,
My question is there any sort of patterns to the ticking and it stopping? Is there some sort of cycle that we should be aware of? Or is it more of a random type of sudden ticking?
Look, I used to be a doctor. I used to study things like this. This is not what I do now. All I know is the ticking shows up, then they do, and then people die.
Okay. Well, if we want to navigate this place, that might be something we would want to find out at some point, but
we're trying to put a stop to all of this. We're trying to find the Dread Lords in each Dread realm and free them from the Silent King's influence.
He shakes his head and says, I have no clue what you are talking about. But I wish you good luck, I guess.
Thank you. We need... Alright, what should we do? Our party.
We could make a sacrifice and try and run the other way. Kidding.
Yeah.
Well, this place seems rather dangerous, but now that we have some sort of relative safety, we might want to learn about the danger first before we try to stretch our necks out too far and navigate it fully.
Doctor, do you have any books? Any, like, a library or something?
He rolls his eyes and says, I'm sure you can find one in one of these houses. I don't live in any one particular one because I don't feel like getting stuck somewhere. I don't understand what you don't get about this. This is not a fun place to be. I'm not here on vacation.
That we absolutely understand.
Yeah.
Well, the thinking ones understand.
We're gonna get you out of here, okay?
I'm still tooting behind the three others.
Hey, what's that? I hope that wasn't directed towards me.
Oh no, it was directed towards Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Summer Flare over there.
Okay. Well, what do you say, gang? Wanna look around if we can find any books or anything about this place? Anyone else? Any other traces? The time thought passed. Try our luck.
Hello?
Hello?
Don't make me do it all by myself, because I'll do it. I'll go out there and I'll find the answer to all this.
Wait, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did respond saying yeah, we might as well.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. Let's go then. I open the basement door and walk out.
Okay, give me
Would you like-
just a sec. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
I hope everyone's following me. I don't want to go out there by myself.
Mhm.
Everybody
Come on.
following Toot.
Gotta get to the bottom of it.
Might as well.
So when you guys get out onto the street, it's still kind of like that Silent Hill kind of foggy, but like not as blinding as the mists. You also don't hear any ticking.
Oh, thank goodness. I hate that sound.
I'm gonna give Sawtooth PTSD about the sound of clocks.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't catch on earlier, but okay. So, are there other houses we can see?
You're on what is essentially a Victorian Goth style street. So yes, there are plenty of houses.
Mhm.
Let's just try across from us first. Do we want to split? No, let's not split up. Let's stay together. I heard myself.
Yep.
So I cross the street and go into the house across from us.
Okay. So this one seems to be a fairly large one, almost but not quite mansion. Inside you see the place appears to have been lived in at one point and left quite suddenly. To the point where like some of the rooms look like they were in progress of being used. You walk in, there's a book on the floor and a chair and what looks like a candle that burned down to the base. In another room, there's a half-eaten meal. One of the I will note the food is all rotten, but one of the utensils still has the decaying what appeared to be a bite of food. Another was in the process of cutting whatever it was. It just seems like quite suddenly they just didn't exist.
Well, I don't see any corpses here, so that's encouraging.
I don't exactly know what's encouraging about that, but sure.
Oh, you think
I want to
corpses
check
are more
for
encouraging?
books. What type of books they have. You can probably get an idea of who these people were by the books.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Okay, so you do find a locked room that appears like by positioning, and you can actually smell the scent of rotting paper on the other side. It appears you have found a library, but again, locked door.
Ooh, okay.
What shall we do? I pull out my thieves kit.
Oh yeah.
Blow it
I
open?
have it too. Damn.
Oh, yeah, I was
Better.
in the last one. Go ahead, Glaze.
Oh no! You're much better than me. I'll do it when it's necessary, but
Okay. So what
Slide
should I
of
roll
proof.
for? Okay. Well, that was a really fast answer.
mhm.
Okay. So, with a little bit of work, you are able to pop open the lock. And the door swings open with a loud squealing of hinges.
Enter the room.
Okay. Inside is a fairly small library, but it is still a library. Roll investigation to search for books that would give you answers on where you are.
I rolled a 5. Ah, ha, ha. Jonathan! Oh, nice.
What is Icicle doing? Ballistic?
Huh?
Are you going to investigate for the books as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So just go ahead and roll investigation.
Yeah. That figures.
Oof.
At least it wasn't on that one.
Thankfully, I'm good at finding books.
So, Toot and Icicle, you both pull out a random book and open it. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Also, Toot, roll a d20.
Oh, not the D20.
So you
Go,
pass the
baby.
wisdom saving throw. Actually, you
Nat
do need to
1.
roll 2 d20s. Now that I think about it.
Wait, I have to roll another one?
2 d20s. Just d20s.
2 of them right now.
Yes.
Okay. Flash R D 2 D 2 O. Oof.
Okay. You have the overwhelming sense that something is following you. You're being watched. And the slight whispering of words that you just can't quite make out no matter how hard you listen.
Exhaustion level, I suppose.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you have a madness mechanic.
Isn't that the same as exhaustion?
Nope. It's worse.
Your exhaustion just makes it.
Exhaustion applies a lot more mechanical stuff. This will apply a lot more flavor-related stuff.
I don't like this place. I don't like this.
Let's see.
We shouldn't have come here.
Ballistic was the... You need to also roll a wisdom saving throw.
Got it.
It might also be a good idea to, at some point, input your character sheet into Roll20 so that you can just click things.
It's so nice, honestly.
Okay, you were able to pass. The books that you guys pulled out were the same types of books that you keep finding that cause all kinds of problems. Had similar pages to what you found in that envelope.
Why are there so many copies of this stupid book?
For Murmur and Glace. You two dig through the books. You do find a couple of those copies as well. That they never seem to look quite the same, but there is a certain amount to it that you can recognize it before you open it. There are certain tells to it that I will not describe right here because, somebody's gonna fail again eventually. But, you do manage to avoid them. However, going through this book, you kind of get the very aristocrat type vibes, which would have been obvious from the kind of building you're in to begin with. But nothing that really gives you anything definitive. Like, you get general, books about natural history, things like that. You do note, though, specifically for you, Glaze, that some of these books don't seem to be talking about your world. Or at least nothing that you remember ever seeing in your world.
Huh. It's
You-
really strange.
Also,
Oh, is any of this familiar to you? You're from another world. This doesn't quite feel in line with what I know.
Is it the curse stuff? Is it the stuff that looks bad and makes you feel bad?
No, it's something different.
Okay, I'll take a look then. What do we got here?
so the book that you are looking at, Sawtooth, actually describes a place that reminds you of one of the areas of Sol Tenebris's citadel. Specifically the place with all the dwarves, or Duragar would be more accurate, where they had built a very specific architecture type. And it also actually describes various species of dwarf.
I kind of recognize this place. The creatures that lived there were very interesting. They didn't really get in our way that I don't remember. I wonder if this place might have something to do with that. Why would there be a book about them here? I suppose the same species would exist in this world too.
Also, Glace, for you, you also note another book that seems to be talking about creatures from another world, but this one is marked as a bestiary.
Ooh. Interesting. I am keeping this
No
book,
books on
actually.
potions.
What? Why are you finding all the good ones?
Because he
'cause
rolled
I-
higher than you.
Mhm.
I don't like this place.
So what kind of stuff do I see? Like, flipping through it.
You
Just-
find like a journal?
Creatures from another world, pretty much.
So, for the one that you are looking at right now, the bestiary, there's not a lot of entries that are still legible, but give me a sec to. Here it is. Oh, this is one of the ones that you do end up seeing.
Oh, okay. Oh. Huh. You know what? That makes sense.
And yes, it cut off just like it is when in the message I sent you.
Mhm. I am going to tuck this in my bag alongside the other one. Now I have 2 books on, I guess, a false Hydra.
And
Murmur? What?
for
Is that-
Murmur, you do find a description of a de-aging potion tucked in one of the books that you were digging through. It seems to have been pulled out of a different book, and you're not entirely certain if it's the whole recipe, but you do have it now. It is reported to reverse the effects of time-related magic. But you don't necessarily know how well it works, and what you do have mentions something about a building immunity to it. So, I will say that you guys are safe enough that if you wanted to, you can spend the night here with your poo-brained compatriots, and we can put a pin in it for the night.
I would prefer to put a pin in it now.
Yeah, I'm up for doing that.
Wanna bar all the fucking doors and windows. That,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because, you know, those fuckers can come in while we're sleeping.
Yeah, what if we sleep through the ticking? I don't like that idea. Should
Well, that's
do
what
like
watches will be for.
watches.
Sawtooth's like, oh, yay!
No, get it? Because the watches, the ticking.
Oh yes, don't worry, I get it, Sawtooth.
Yeah,
Also,
I was
hello. Sawtooth.
going to ignore that. Yeah. You
No,
didn't-
it was fun. It was funny. Trust me.
Trust
I'll take first watch. I want to sleep uninterrupted.
Anyways, for those of you that may or may not still be watching and tuned in after our little interruption, thank you for your viewership, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our streams and uploads. There's also the Discord if you want to be able to chat with us, the players, and myself, or any of the community members. For those of you that want to show further support, there is the Patreon, and I always forget about it, but there is also the YouTube version of Patreon, for lack of a better description for it. For the Patreon, as little as $1 a month, you can support me and get a few perks. The more expensive the tier, the more perks. The $5 tier gives you access to the post-game discussion, where we sit down and talk about what the players thought and what they think of it going forward, both story-wise and mechanically speaking. Other than that, I hope everybody enjoyed. We will be seeing about trying to get a video out sooner rather than later, so keep an eye out for that. And other than that, everybody have a great evening and drink water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Peace out.